New at 10 tonight, California's first partner, Jennifer Siebel Newsom, appeared at Stanford today for a fireside chat. Newsom and Stanford have partnered on a new venture to bring more diversity to corporate boardrooms. KTVU's Jana Katsuyama sat down with Newsom to talk about the free resource she and Stanford have developed. Jana.
Julie, Siebel Newsom and Stanford said that they gathered best practices from a wide range of corporations and then created an online tool, which they revealed today at an event on campus. As more women take top corporate jobs, there are also calls for more representation on corporate boards of directors. On Tuesday, California's first partner, Jennifer Siebel Newsom, and Stanford University announced the launch of a new board diversity playbook.
We're committed to representation and, again, making sure that we have diverse women around the tables of power.
Researchers created the playbook looking at best practices. Siebel Newsom says changing boards that have often centered on male executives and wealthy members of the community requires a shift in corporate culture.
It's just what we need to move forward and solve some of these major problems.
A change in boards' focus from money and power to prioritizing caregivers and diverse communities.
If we can get them to shift and open their hearts and minds a little bit to be more collective-oriented and more community-oriented and bring more women into power and around those tables who have different life experiences.
Corporate board diversity still does not represent the U.S. population, according to a report in 2022 by the data firm Equilar. It looked at the Russell 3000 index that covers about 97% of U.S. stocks, and it showed that women were holding 28% of board seats on public companies, a new high, but still low representation, and only about 14% of board directors were Black, Asian, or Hispanic.
I've been the only woman and also the only person of color on several boards over the course of years.
Miriam Rivera, CEO of Ulu Ventures, says board diversity can help strengthen companies.
I certainly think that boards that are more representative tend to help their organizations to be more responsive to their customers and to actually be more profitable, because a lot of the times we're not engaging in the same kind of groupthink.
The Board Diversity Playbook is a free online resource hosted by Stanford's VMware Women's Leadership Innovation Lab. The co-founder, Lori Nishioda McKenzie, says it presents 4 steps for companies to take with case studies and resources.
We're thinking about smaller, maybe private companies that really want to diversify their membership of their boards, but maybe don't have the resources to do it.
McKenzie says that 1,300 women were added to California companies' board of directors after the state passed a law requiring 1 to 3 board members be women. A judge later struck down that law, but researchers say that it really created pipelines, Julie and Mike, so that it proved that there are women who are out there who are eligible, but oftentimes just don't have the path or the connections.
Okay, so this is something that's up and running. They've launched it. Do they know how many companies are actually going to use this new tool?
They're not sure. This is a completely new venture, but one of the things that they said is oftentimes big companies have recruiting companies that they can hire. This is really focused on those smaller companies, the startups that might not have those resources, but it gives them that extra edge and the knowledge from Fortune 500 companies about what has worked in the past.
Okay. Jana, thank you.
Thanks, Jana.